hobbyists, and welcome to another Star Wars X-Wing battle report, another legacy battle report where today Paige is taking the First Order up against my Galactic Republic. For Paige's 200 points of the First Order, we got Kylo Ren in the Whisper modified interceptor with heightened perception, marksmanship, ion missiles, and his enhanced jamming suite at Initiative 5. And then we got Breach in the SE Bomber with marksmanship, ion missile, shield upgrade at Initiative 5. Then we have Ember in the SA or the BA Interceptor with marksmanship, ion missile, shield upgrade at Initiative 5. And finally, a lone little Zeta Squadron pilot in a TIE FO at Initiative 2. So that is a Zeta Squadron pilot at Initiative 2. That is Ember at Initiative 4. Once again, the Zeta's in the TIE Fighter. This is the Interceptor. Breach in the Bomber, Initiative 5. And Kylo Ren in the Whisper at Initiative 5. So that is Paige's 200 points. Now you will notice something I did totally forget, that there is also Boba Fett on Breach over here. I know for a fact, if you're all going to type it down in the comments, that Boba Fett can only go to Separatists or Scum. I know, but we're just here having fun with the legacy points, so enjoy it. We'll see how well it actually does for the First Order. But anyways, on to the Republic. For my 200 points of Republic forces, we got Yoda and the Ida 2 with predictive shot, compassion, and a shield upgrade. Yoda's Initiative 3. I got two exactly the same Jedi Knights in the Delta 7 Ether Sprite with precog reflexes and calibrated laser targeting, both at Initiative 3. And then finally two of the exact same Shadow Squadron Escort V-Wings with Elusive and the Alpha 3E 𝐒𝐲 upgrade, both at Initiative 3. My entire army loves the number 3 today. We're 3 all around. Once again, that is two Shadow Squadron Escorts at 3. That is two Jedi Knights in the Ether Sprites at 3. And that is Yoda at Initiative 3 in the Ida 2. As we take a look at the board here is Yoda and the two Jedi Knights. On this side of the board, I got the two V-Wings. Over there, the Shadow Squadron Export. And then Paige has over here, that is the Zeta. That is Ember, Kylo Ren, and then Breach. We're looking at our overall board here for you all. We got some gas clouds. We got some rocks. And again, this is the old Fantasy Flight Star Wars 3x3 mat. But of course, you can play this on any 3x3 space mat. Or heck, even a land mat. Just any 3x3 mat works for you well. So anyways, let the games begin. We'll see you all in post-movement for round number 1. Here's an overall look of round 1 movement. As a little note, there is a timer going on right now. So anyways, let's go down to more of the Pacific movements. Both of my Shadow Squadron Escorts flew up the board doing 4 and 3. He attempted to connect his boost. They both boosted. He attempted to connect it so that he could target lock the Zeta Squadron pilot over there, but that didn't work. The Zeta Squadron pilot flew up 2 and then took a focus action, and then Ember flew up 2 and then made a turn, preferring to fly through a gas cloud than fly through a rock. Over here we have a 1 straight for Breach focusing, and then Kylo did a 2 straight and then made a turn, also not preferring to fly through. No, it was a 2 soft turn, and then it was a boost turn. And then finally for my Jedi over here, Yoda did a 3 soft turn and then boosted. And then finally my two Jedi Knights both did a 2 soft turn and boosted. So no shooting to do in round number 1 as it per usually is. So we'll see you all in post movement for round number 2, where definitely laser beams will be going off. Welcome to post movement for round number 2. As I said, it's time to shoot some lasers. Before then, let's discuss some movements. On this side of the board, Kylo went down 2 straight focus. Breach went 4 straight focus. He got to keep up with his boss. And then Yoda decided to use the ability of the Force to do a soft boost maneuver and then turned hard 3. I absolutely failed my maneuver. I'm deciding that I really like the side of my armor to be facing Kylo Ren instead of my guns. Anyways, the Jedi Knight went up, did a 2 soft turn, bumped Yoda. Lucky enough, did not take a damage point for that. Yoda would be very displeased. But he's an understanding Jedi Master, the oldest Jedi Master. And then finally the other Knight just flew up, did another 2 soft turn, and then focused. No point in doing anything else. For this little cluster over here, we had a 2 straight focus, we had a 2 soft focus, a 2 soft turn focus, and then I did a 2, both of these V-Wings did 2 soft turns. Then this one target locked the Zealot, and then this one did the boost, and then target locked Ember. So anyways, it's time to shoot here. Paige does outspeed me with 2 5s and the 4 because I'm all 3s. But I do outspeed the little TIE fighter right there with both my V-Wings. So anyways, we have first up either Breach or Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren is going to shoot Yoda, range 2, obstructed, so I will get 4 defense dice here, 3 naturally, and then +1 for the obstruction. 2 shots from Kylo, and Kylo will hit double crit there. He's very angry. Anyways, 4 shots. I will get at least a 2 invade in there. All right, next up we got Breach. Breach shooting Yoda, range 2, obstructed. Breach he can spend the eyeball to get the hit. He is obstructed as well by the gas cloud, so if I did want to shoot him,
spend it,
and then and the Knight is also range 3. Do you?
I have the advantage of the gas cloud, so
range 3 gas cloud, 1 hit, 1 evade from Master Yoda. He knows how to turn his fighter. Anyways, on to Ember. She just gets her pick at the V-Wings. Alright, V-Wing number 14. That Shadow Spectre is going to get shot up here by Ember. Ember also has Bullseye here, so marksmanship does get to go off. Ember can spin the eyeball. Well, you do get a reroll. No, you get to turn a hit to a crit. So you could attempt to do this as turn them both into hits, turn 1 to a hit, 2 a crit, and then do a double crit, 1 hit. It just feels how lucky do you feel on your 3 defense die to my 2 shots. Ember spins it, and then the marksmanship triggers, allowing for, of course, the ability to turn a hit to a crit. So that is a crit hit. Go V-Wing number 14. Well, he dodged 1 and both his shields are gone. Obliteration of shields. Paige has half points on number 14. Well, you can berate me all down in the comments for I should have done the elusive trigger there to try to reroll 1. But anyways, it's time to do my attacks. Let's start over here with the V-Wings. This V-Wing, number 13, that target locked, the Zeta pilot, is going to shoot. All right, 2 shots. A hit, eyeball. We're going to spin the target lock to make that a blank. All right, pointless. Paige rolling 3 to dodge 1. Dodge 1. Now 14, revenge against Ember. 2 shots. Spin target lock to re-roll. To eyeball. All right. Great job, everyone. The V-Wings are so far doing great. Well, Ember will take a shield. Woo, I dealt a whole damage back. Over to this pile over here. We'll start off with the Jedi Knight number 1, or Jedi Knight number 11. He's going to shoot some rounds into Kylo, obstructed range 2. 2 shots. Well, he's going to spend his force to get a hit in there. Kylo does get his natural evasion +1 for being obstructed. 2 plus the obstruction, looking to dodge 1. Dodged 1. Second Jedi Knight with his laser calibrated targeting system online. Rolls 2 hits. He will then put in a eyeball in there for the calibration targeting because I have Paige Bullseye, and then using the force to make that 3 hits. So obstruction plus range 3 makes Paige rolling 4.
And she does have the force as well to change eyeballs, and she does have an eyeball as well. Well, I mean, use the force and just at least only take a shield or use the eyeball. It doesn't really matter. Paige taking 1. And then finally, it's time for this TIE fighter to shoot probably the wounded shieldless.
Oh, most definitely.
All right, so 3 defense die to 2 shots. Let's see if Paige can just knock out a V-wing. Nope. He's not good at shooting. But he didn't, of course, lose any shields. At the end of all that, Paige will be taking home 15 points. Look at her go, folks. She's already 15 up on me, and I dealt 2 shields. Woo, great job, Republic. You're really showing the might of the Clone Wars. Anyways, we'll see you all in post-movement for round number 3. Round 3 movement has completed. We got some stuff to talk about over here. We got a 2K turn and then a 5K turn. We had a 2 soft turn, bumping the guy up there that went first that did a 2 straight focused. Lucky enough, number 14 didn't bash himself in the face with no shields on. Anyways, this Jedi Knight used his precognitive reflexes to barrel roll, and then he did a side swipe to go up there and stress himself. Master Yoda saw all of that, so he gave them back his force by using the power of his force. Master Yoda did a 2 hard 90-degree turn. That is a purple maneuver for the 𝐸TA, so when you do purple maneuvers, you basically spend your force, so that's what Yoda did, and then he did a barrel roll. Give himself out a little bit of cloud. Breach decided to use his ability to boost with a turn, ended up into the gas cloud after doing his 1 straight turn, did not get ionized, and did not beat himself up for hitting Kylo. Kylo did a 2 soft turn down, focused, and then this Jedi Knight did a 1 soft turn focus. So anyways, it's time to shoot. We're going to start off probably with Kylo shooting range 1 with the use of his turret. At range 1, 3 shots on 3 defense dice. Power of the dark side compels his Jedi Knight to die. Well, big question. Does Kylo spin the eyeball to get the 2 hits there, keeping the force for defensive purposes? Or does he decide on something else? Because he does have this Jedi Knight shooting down at him. This one clearly, I believe, is missing. Kylo has focused hard and his lasers actually did hit. Jedi Knight dodge. Oh, only dodging 1. That is the shield gone from the Jedi Knight number 12. And Breach is still coming in. Now Breach shooting away. Breach, range 1, bullseye with marksmanship triggering 3 shots. That would be a crit and a crit. Ooh, dangerous. Dangerous. Hold on, Jedi Knight. This all strips right into your hull. Dodge. He dodged 1. That's another half points for Paige. Critical damage. It's a fuel leak. Oh no. Fuel is leaking everywhere. That is 22 points there for Paige. Anyways, now to Ember. Probably shooting range 1 with marksmanship into 14 to nuke off this V-Wing. Yeah, folks, Ember shooting number 14, V-Wing, the escort. Well, just a hit in there. 3. I dodged that one. Oh, look, I can dodge with a V-Wing. Anyways, it's time for the 3s to shoot. I don't know where to start. Folks, I only have Yoda and Jedi Knight generic number 11 to go. So anyways, Jedi Knight generic number 11 is going to shoot Kylo Ren for 3 shots. Range 1. That is an eyeball there. He has the almighty force on his side. So he's going to make that 2 hits in there. And Kylo has 2 defense side, but he has the almighty dark side of the force. Or, of course, he could just strip some shields. Basically, Kylo can spin both the force.
We are spinning force and...
Alright, so Kylo's down to 1 force, but it'll go back up to 2. And then finally, Yoda shooting away. Yoda targets Breach for 2 shots. Yoda will not be spending his last force he has around, so it's going to be 1 shot here on Breach. 2 dice plus the obstruction. Breach dodges. All right, so Paige has already accumulated well over 37 points. And I'm still a fat 0. Woo! Anyways, we'll see you all in post movement for round number 4. Oh wait, no, sorry folks, we got a 1 TIE fighter to resolve.
I still have my,
Yeah, we got the little TIE fighter. All right, the Zealot into escort number 14. 3 shots on 3 defense die. That is 2 hits there. All right, here we go. I will dodge it. Anyways, after that, it's 37-0, and we'll see you all in post movement for round number 4. Welcome to post movement for round number 4. We got a lot to talk about before we go to the pew-pews. Kylo decided to do a 4K turn, flew through an asteroid and damaged himself twice. Asteroids naturally do damage, and then Paige rolled a hit, so both of Kylo's shields are down, but he's more than willing to make the sacrifice for the dark side. And then good old man, myth, the legend, Breach just flew down to bump the Jedi Knight. The Jedi Knight did a 1 soft turn focus. The other Jedi Knight did the 2 soft turn K turn. Yoda flew up 2 and focused. And then over here, the V-Wing, one V-Wing did a 4K turn, the one that's actually spun around. The other one did a 2K turn, failed it, bumped his friend, and beat himself in the face with it. So he lost his shield. And then finally, Zealot went up to bump this V-Wing that's right there. Decided not to take the stress to get the focus, so just fine. And then Ember flew up 2, clearing the stress, and took a focus. Anyway, it's time to shoot. We got Kylo and we got Breach. Breach can shoot only at range 0 and just do the normal shootings and all of that. And then Kylo has freedom to shoot wherever he wants. One quick note here before we get into some shooting. Breach did do the critical damage here. Unfortunately, we totally forgot Breach was on a gas cloud. You can't shoot off any obstacle, so we did remove it. I put on the bottom of my deck, so Paige is still right now at 15 points. Kylo has gone for Jedi Knight generic number 11, 2 shots from his reticle. He does get the hit crit in there. All right, 3 defense die. The Jedi will spend his focus. No, he's going to spend his force and block those both. Now, Breach firing range 0. It is basically 2 to 3 here, folks. Nothing fancy. Breach will get at least a crit in there. And I will dodge that. All right, now we move on to Ember. Clearly deciding to shoot with using her bullseye ability up at 14, who only has still 2 hull left. All right, 3 shots on 3 defense die. Marksmanship can go off here. We will at least see what... Does Paige want to spin that eyeball and make that a hit crit? Or does she want to keep it for defense? Ember's only lost the shield here, and is only going to be able to be attacked by a V-Wing. Ember spins her focus, hit crit, because again, one of the hits becomes a crit due to marksmanship dodging on 3. I dodge 1. The critical result will be damage engine. My turns are now beyond difficult. Just for my fun, elusive, would it have saved me? No. Okay. I didn't spend it, so I wasn't going to use it. Let's move on to the 3s. First off, Yoda can't do anything. Let's just shoot the V-Wing. We're going to shoot at... well, either target's pretty nice. Let's just go after the... they both dodge at 3, too. Let's shoot the Zealot. All right, 2 shots into the Zealot. That is a hit in there on the Zealot. They both dodge at 3, folks. It was pointless. Which one? The Zealot dodges. We will move on to the Jedi Knight shooting range 1 into Breach. 3 shots. 2 hits in there on Breach. Breach is rolling 2. But Breach still has full shields active. Breach will lose his 2 of his 3 shields. And then finally, my last Jedi Knight. The last Jedi Knight doesn't have anyone to shoot at, so we're going to go the Zealot shooting one of the 2 V-Wings. Zealot shooting escort number 14 to try to kill him off. Well, that is a crit in there. That will do it. No, I dodge. All right, so it's still 15 on Paige's side. What, did I half point Kylo?
No.
Oh, I didn't get half points even though he ran into a rock. He's about to run into it again. Well, anyways, so far, Paige will be up 15 points as we move into round number 5. See you all after movement. Folks, this is it. The final round. Round number 5. Let's talk about some movements. Breach did a 3 soft turn focus. This Jedi Knight did a 1 soft turn, bumped into Breach, did not stress itself to focus. Yoda used his control system to barrel roll and then do a 2 hard turn down. That is an action to do the barrel roll. And then Kylo did a 2 soft turn, dodged the rock, bumped into the Jedi Knight down here that did a 2 hard turn focus. Kylo took the stress focus. And then up here, the Zealot went up 2 straight, bumped into that V-Wing up there that then did a 2 hard turn focus, did a stress focus action. My V-Wing flew to there, focused, and then good old Ember flew to and then made a boost. And 3 straight boosted and is able to shoot that. So anyways, it's time to shoot off first. We got Kylo. He's got 2 targets here. He can shoot in his bullseye at range 0, or he can shoot with his reticle at out at the Jedi with ignoring the range 0 restrictions. Generic Jedi Knight number 12 is being targeted for an attack by Kylo Ren by his turret. 3 shots, range 1. That's probably going to be using the Force to make it compel it to 2 shots to keep the eyeball up and running. 3 defense die. And I will spend my own eyeball, my own Force, to make that 2 evades. Number 12 evades. Well, of course, good old Breach has no targets. Ember is going to shoot range 1 into the back of that V-Wing. 4 shots off of Ember, 3 for myself. Ember just needs to plink 1 more damage off this V-Wing. Well, Ember will at least hit all the eyeballs and the hits. All right, look at the dodge with 3. I dodge. All right, on to the 3s now. Let's just resolve the shooting in the face. 2. Hit crit. Woo, wow, okay. 2 for Paige. Whoa, natties! Man, that was a save of a lifetime there. All right. Let's shoot the Jedi Knight at range 1 in bullseye to Paige. To Kylo. 3 shots. That is a crit in there, and I do not have any Force, so that's just a crit. 2 defense dice off of Kylo. Kylo dodges. 2 shots from Yoda into Kylo. Yoda will spend the Force, 2 hits. 3 defense die for Kylo. Kylo can easily spend his eyeball and the basic block all that. Final shots of the game, because both V-Wings are done. We're going to shoot that good old Zealot into my V-Wing. 3 shots from the Zealot into the V-Wing. Well, spending the eyeball, make that 3 hits. Paige definitely has half points on this guy. That guy is...
Beautiful ending.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that kills him. He blows up there, folks, because that's 1 shield, and then because I have 2 hull, he blows up. Kaboom. Well, folks, that is it. Paige walks away with 45 points. I walked away with a honkin' 0. Woo, I got a donut. I got a donut. I should take that donut to Dunkin' Donuts and eat it. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. Just to let you know, we only have 1 more episode of Legacy, and then after that, Paige and I are going to do a little bit of a fun campaign that I have written up that I want to try out. So 1 more episode of Legacy, and then Paige and I are going to do a small little campaign.
to see how well we can fly fighters and slowly grow an army of pilots. So, let me know all your thoughts down in the comments. Did we mess anything up? Did you see something that could have done better? Did you like the battle report? What could have changed in the battle report? Did you see something that I missed or Paige missed that we could have done better? And let us know all of that down in the comments. And while you're commenting, do make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you can notify when my videos go live for you. And we'll see you here next time on Mom Dragon's Miniatures.